We are back now with a new law in Iowa that will ban abortion after just 6 weeks.
The law, set to take effect on Monday, was signed a year ago by the governor, but it was held up by legal challenges. Last month, the state Supreme Court cleared the way for the restrictive law to be enforced.
Joining us in studio with more on this is NBC News Now legal analyst Angela Cenedella. Angela, it's great to see you. So, with the passage of this law, that would make Iowa one of 22 states right now that have some kind of abortion ban or restriction on the books. Tell us what this means. Does it have any exceptions?
Yes, so there are some limited exceptions to this. First, if there is a fetal abnormality that is incompatible with life. Second and third are for incest and rape, but those have restrictions. So the rape has to have been reported within 45 days of the incident, and then incest within 140 days. And then last is if there's physical endangerment of the pregnant woman's life. Now, we know there is so much subjectivity around that. So in this case, doctors would have to make that judgment, but then also could potentially be prosecuted. But what that means for the women of Iowa is that outside of those restrictions, they would have to go out of state to a state where it is legal. Currently, there is no ban, no travel ban that would prevent a woman from going out of state to receive an abortion.
So there were 2 clinics in Iowa that offer in-person care for abortions. They're the ones who tried to challenge this law. Obviously, they were unsuccessful. What was it the state Supreme Court ruled? What was it they said? And are there any other ways to challenge this law?
So at this point, I really think legally we're at the end of the road in terms of challenges. So in some ways, this ban was always inevitable, but these legal challenges just delayed the inevitable. So the Iowa State Supreme Court said that any abortion law that the Iowa legislators pass is now constitutional so long as there's a rational basis for it. That's a really low bar. It just means, was there any legitimate state interest that's attached to that law? If so, we're not going to be able to review it. So almost immediately, Planned Parenthood did challenge this. They tried to ask the Supreme Court of Iowa to rehear this request and apply a higher standard, the undue burden test, which would mean that no law could be considered okay if it placed an undue burden on our fundamental right. But as expected, the Iowa State Supreme Court denied to hear that request, so it was kicked back down to the lower court, which then dismissed the lawsuit.
Angela, quickly before you go, we know Vice President Kamala Harris has been campaigning across the country talking about abortion. If she is, in fact, elected president, what can a president do about these 22 states?
Right, so the president can't do that much by her or himself, but they can do a lot in conjunction with Congress or in opposition to. So the president could veto a bill that Congress would pass, or they can sign one into law, which is why you are hearing on the campaign trail, if you guys give me this type of Congress, I can then sign this type of law into act. So that is what the president can do. Executive agency, executive power, there are very limited things they can try to do, but we have really seen this Supreme Court try to limit that executive power, so that's really unlikely.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.